I'm pretty sure. But he is constantly regarded as one of the top players in Tableturf, if not the top table player in Tableturf. Going up against N, who we saw 2 sets ago, we're going to see them start on River Drift, which unironically is one of Ljovynn's personal favorite maps. Very nice starting hands from both players.
Very interesting openers, Dynamo and 96 Gal.
Dynamo is not really what I expected to happen there.
Even going with Marina for turn 2.
Being able to hopefully use the special block to win, or at least when it clashes, the special block stays. So using that to kind of leverage space, keep the advantage on, keep the pressure on. The question is, what is N gonna do with such a weird Dynamo placement turn 1? Its captain
will lose the block off, but not quite.
And it will lose to that special block, as mentioned before. Ljovynn instead looking to play a bit defensively now, not having any way to really attack through captain or take advantage of the clash that was won. Kind of sizing up what the options are.
He doesn't really have any amazing cards to fully block off everything. It looks like he's going for Octoballer.
Yeah, the thing is, there's nothing that he can really combo off of that Octoballer with. Hydra Splatling doesn't have much. Splattershot Nova would make a good defense wall. It's lower cost than something like E-Leader, so it would win the clash. Speaking of E-Leader, there it is. It's almost as if we know what cards like to be played on these maps.
I'm going straight up with the ZF Splat Charger.
Indeed, it will clash, but it's still going to break through with its long reach. 7 long reach. It's very powerful on this map. Now Ljovynn, once again, trying to figure out, taking his time, figuring out what the best card to play is, just examining all the situations, figuring out what can be done where. Octoballer has some nice places. It can activate the special point, or not activate a special point, but set up for an activation with Lil Jud. It can push into the base. It's got decent reach and it takes up a lot of space.
If he has Splash Wall, which he probably doesn't, but if he does, that would be very good.
Something like Suction Bomb could also work there.
Oh, now Hydra's actually going to combo pretty well with that Charger. Never mind.
Indeed. Splat gets taken away. Ljovynn seems to have a backup though, playing Splat Charger at the lower section. The Octoballer and Splat Charger at the top, that will be able to be filled in by the Octopod, the little 2x1.
Did I just see Ultra Stamp?
Oh my goodness, he has Burst Bomb in this deck.
Oh,
he has Burst Bomb in this deck. I am curious as to why. We may find out soon. We may not, but just as a bit
down there.
Potentially looking. Yep, there it is. Looking to use the small fright to activate the special point on the other side. I'm sorry, I cannot handle seeing this hand.
What?
Oh no, I understand. It's the wall deck. It's the wall deck. Oh, but he wasn't able to get it off. Yeah, so
very nice. Zipcaster there.
I understand now. So what this is that this is a very, very uncommon strategy where you try to block off the entire center of the map. Not with your cards or like just normal spaces. You put a special block across all 7 points of the map, so your opponent cannot at all make it through to the other side.
Oh my.
You cannot special attack over a special block, and there's nothing that has... There's nothing with the leap to get over it. So if you're able to manage to do it, then you have completely blocked off your opponent from making any progress in the game. But unfortunately, that strategy did not work, as Ljovynn
Yeah,
did not get the cards.
That's certainly one of the strategies of all time.
It is definitely a strategy. It has won before. It has won. It has proven that it can win matches. Unfortunately, this is not one of those matches. So, Ljovynn will be struggling to just get anything by the end of this game. We'll have to generate 2 special points with 1 card here, which he'll do with Burst Bomb, widely regarded as a meme card. In
a one-time Burst Bomb is useful.
Indeed, it is. I say this is widely regarded as a meme because it feels like there are just so many better options you could do than just one single tile.
The Harmony being played there, that is going to pretty much seal this first round.
Yeah, Ljovynn not able to take a lead advantage, even if N passed. That is going to be game number 1 for N in a
this
very...
is your first game on the stream. What are you doing?
Hey, let's not be too critical of him yet. All right, he does have the strategy in his back pocket that he can pull out. So I say we let him cook. Even if it didn't work out this time, it has done it in the past. He still has 4 games to go. I believe he'll be able to come back with this.
He's still looking for a spot. He's not going to find a spot though, unfortunately.
Unfortunate indeed, as N takes the first game of this set. 1-0 now.
Let's
bringing
see
his win streak up to 4.
Let's see if Ljovynn can bring this back. Knowing him, he probably can. But let's see how, if he does.
We are going to Girder for battle on this next map. I've already had a thought. There's no way he would try the same strategy of making a wall on this map too because of the 7 block wide choke point. There's no way he would do that, right?
Okay, he's got a different deck, thank goodness.
He does have a different deck. The Squid Sisters and the GooTubers, I can also see Splash Mob, so I assume he has a Charger. It's a very nice deck type. The Squid Sisters and GooTubers, they combo into each other, activate each other's special. Oversized Octopod is not a card you see terribly often. But it is a card that could work in this scenario. Very nice from Ljovynn winning the clash, but unfortunately the little gap that's provided in the GooTuber means that...
Oh wait, can he? I think he can break through with Pearl, very fortunately.
And likewise, N would be able to play a card off of the hole in the GooTuber spot. Tenatech there, not as prevalent and really not as impactful, so Ljovynn will be able to defend and be able to play defense this turn, while N is trying to attack.
Ljuvynn's already up 22 points this early on, which is definitely scary for N.
Yeah, you really want to start taking some of the turf. Having to play Tenatech so early on is not ideal. But N sees what needs to be done in order to get a foothold in this match, because otherwise he would be blocked out very quickly.
So he is going to capitalize on breaking into Ljuvynn's base there.
No spot for Zeko, no spot for Splash Mob. Oversized Octopod isn't really the most ideal card there. It's not going to activate its special point anytime soon. And I feel like that's a bit of a flaw with Ljuvynn's position right now. He doesn't really have a way to gain many special points.
It's like a very patchy sort of board. Especially with that right side. Oh, that is a very good clash there for Ljovynn.
Indeed. Because of that Octo Bomber being able to activate the special points, he's now going to have to make use of that little square left over to the right side of, or left side of his base.
Looking for a slosher spot. I was wondering what that Zeko, whatever it's called, was going to do. Now I see he's using Splash Mob. Yeah, that makes sense.
He has backup combos there as well. I can see he's got Charger to activate Zeko.
If N has
Slosher?
Suction Bomb or Fizzy Bomb, that's going to be 4 special right there.
Indeed, for N. Unfortunately, it kind of hinges on him actually drawing the card, which we know can be a problem because Tableturf does have a bit of randomness to it. The order of cards in your deck may not be in the order you want them to be. Ljovynn now with no cards left to play.
It doesn't seem like the rest of his deck has many options either, apart from maybe 1 or 2 cards.
Just
Passing
the only
Beacon.
The only thing he has left is Sprinkler, and he's not drawing it. It's a bit unfortunate. He's going to have to special attack and may end up special attacking to disrupt, potentially. Doesn't look like he'll be able to make it to the Mudmouth combo and disrupt it before N plays the Suction Bomb.
Ooh.
The position of that is actually very good because it'll likely be very difficult for Ljovynn to play a special over it. The problem is, I realize looking at this now, he's 40 points up.
Yeah.
How are you
Ed's going to have to find
that?
Ed's going to have to find the strongest specials of his life if he wants to win this. The question is, can he?
And that's the problem. Having lost so many classes before, even though he has a special point advantage, he doesn't have the turf to back it up with. So, and likely desperately looking anything, it's gonna close the gap slightly, but it's just not going to be enough. It doesn't seem like
that's going to be a comeback that's possible.
Absolutely not. That's just way too much of a deficit. Ljovynn would win it regardless. N is not able to continue that winning streak. We are now 1-1 in this grand final set, with N having a slight advantage, being able to pick the stage that they play on. I'm expecting... I was not expecting X marks. I was expecting something like Pedal to the Metal or Main Street, but I suppose we're going to X marks the garden. Ljovynn's opening hand, very nice.
Right, and Dynamo. That is a
Dynamo.
Solid
Are we gonna get Dynamo moment?
Nope.
Oh, unfortunate. Ljovynn immediately looking to
future play with Hydra. Even out here thinking 2 steps ahead.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have a way to reach it. Now trying to decide where should he play Fry. We're gonna get Megalodontia, which actually blocks off the Fry with a clash.
Joe hates Fry, rest in peace.
Actually, yes, that actually looks like what is happening with that clash. Ljovynn uses the heavy spot, another clash on the right side.
That is advantageous for Ljovynn, but there is a way across still.
Going to look to get a special point with the slashing machine potentially, while also looking to block off the right side. That side has contestation now. It's contested area. We're gonna have to see how the players try to take advantage of it or use it to advance somewhere else. Interesting consequence of this is that the Mudmouth
mothership spot finds a potential one in the middle.
Mothership there does work.
And N wrapping around into that little right side.
Unfortunately, if Ljovynn had played the slashing machine there, he would have overridden the special point of that Rapid Blaster. Instead, taking the other slashing machine, using it to get another special point. As we wait to see what N is doing. Down to 10 seconds. And deciding to go for Forge.
Building a base.
Unfortunately, that's not a great place to put it. You're not going to be able to activate that special point at all. Does have the right side of his map, left side for our map.
Good special block.
Very nice for N. Prime special attacking opportunity.
Tower control tower there. If N has Ultra Stamp in this deck, that could be maybe even a perfect, maybe. Or at least very near to a perfect.
It would be close to it, but the problem is Ljovynn is going to be special attacking right now. While there were several clashes that create impassable terrain, nothing really happened on the right side, so he's going to take advantage of that.
He's going to try and break in and try and just ruin everything N has planned.
Both of them are going for a special attack. Now. Oh my goodness,
and that's going to interrupt you with Little Judd spot. Well, no, that's his only Little Judd spot.
Ljovynn going to be playing Shiver.
Grabbing
inside and special. What?
Now, will N get any sort of clash with this?
I believe he would try to make some sort of clash, instead completely ceding that spot in an attempt to get just Viper special points. I don't think that was worth it for N. Little Judd having to be played in a way that it gets a special point in a bit of an unorthodox way. You activate something else's special point and not your own.
It seems like no matter what Ljovynn does here, he has to pass to be able to play another 312.
Or make sure that he gets a special activation on each of these turns. It's a bit risky trying to play Octostamp.
Playing Octostamp there.
There's a
N has
bomb.
more than enough for a final 312, but that point deficit might be a bit too much.
I'm so curious as to why Ljovynn did not play Little Judd there. He could have activated a special point. He could have played Octostamp, where he had it right next to Shiver on the next turn. But instead, he uses Octostamp and ruins his Little Judd spot. And so that might come back to bite him, as N looks to be finding a special spot. 4 special points. You can fire off 2 special attacks with that. Even being...
He just needs to try and find anything pulsing. That's going to seal the deal by the looks of things.
I see the reason now. Ljovynn had already used both of his specials, so he has to play Little Judd as his final turn. Good on him, and bad on us for missing that. He had already used both of his specials. There. Yeah, I do not believe there's a way for him to get a perfect special. That is going to be a large enough deficit, though, that I believe that N will not be able to bring it back. Even with the incredible early game that N had, taking the entire left side of the map and clashing on the right.
That's it.
Yeah, he's not going to have anything to take advantage of that left side. And so the game will go to Ljovynn.
2-1 to Ljovynn.
Mm-hmm. And now, facing elimination. I say elimination as if he is not already guaranteed second place. Going to double Gemini. This map also has not really been played on at all this event.
Yeah, I think this might be the first game on Double Gemini.
At least for
streams.
That's
an interesting opening hand.
It is a bit interesting seeing Oct. You don't normally see Oct on maps like this simply because you'd rather play on more so diagonal cards like the Shelly and Donnie or the Cohawks or the Heavy Splatlings. Megalodontia. Very, very impressive opening card here. Unfortunately, it does leave a bit of the right side of the map open. We see the Steelhead
going right
the clash.
Wow.
Ljovynn with arrow sprays galore. Going to have to play defensive with him somehow.
It's going to be interesting to see Is Ljovynn going to be able to bring this mediocre at best start back and put another tournament win under his belt, or can N stop that from happening?
I do like N's position a little bit here. He does have quite a bit of
That's why
map.
Ljovynn brought Act. I don't know how you pronounce it. Playing Aerospray by the looks of things, that is one of the spots of all time. Clashing against Captain.
Yeah. We'll finally see Ljovynn start playing aggressively now with this heavy splatling. Mostly playing defensive with the captain. But unfortunately, he's still kind of vulnerable because of the very bottom of that captain ended up right above his starting block and can still play there. And if I'm not mistaken, he's going to take advantage of that and has not really played much defensively, but instead will play defensively this turn, actually.
Of course, going in the base, getting a quick special.
Yeah, Ljovynn seems to just be...
Sorella spot.
Yeah, Ljovynn seems to just want to take a ton of turf right now. He's behind by 15 points. He needs to start taking some turf back if he wants a shot at this late game. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he has great options. He has one Fabrellas, and that will stop his Pentabrella Ock combo. A very nice play from N there, seeing that there's a combo there and just stopping it right away.
This is very advantageous for N. A solid 18-point lead and leading by one special.
Plus, there's all that space that even though Ljovynn looks to take it right now, N can still clash with that, potentially with the Kohawk getting another special point, extending the lead just by 1 point more. And
Ljovynn's given up. We're actually going into game 5 here.
For both winners and losers, or not winners and losers, for both alpha and beta bracket, we have a game 5 for grand finals. This is going to be interesting. Ljovynn gets to counterpick the map. He gets to decide where they're going to play for this final game. But this is winner take all, final set, coming down in grand finals.
And we're going to Main Street for the final game.
It will be very interesting to see what strategies they have cooked up on what is such a simple stage, really, but there's so much complexity to it. Here we are, final game, Ljovynn versus N, 2-2 grand finals. Opening hand.
That is... Oh, Ljovynn wins. Okay, GG, pack it up.
Don't sell N short, all right? We don't know what N is possibly has in store. While this opening may be good, you also have to realize he needs some smaller cards to start, in medium-sized cards, to start winning those clashes. Otherwise, he's going to run out of space very quickly.
That's true.
And he almost has decision paralysis. He has so many options that he can start with. Too many options.
Ladies and gentlemen, the longest turn one you've ever seen.
Yes. Heavy Splatling played. Part of me thinks that's a trap, where he's instead going to go and be blocking off the left side now. Ljovynn playing a bit... Shiver has played a bit conservatively, trying to not really be too aggressive and allow N space to counterattack. We're going to see N with the E leader blocking
both sides blocking
map.
off, but Ljovynn has more space to work with here.
And he's going to immediately take advantage of that. He has the big man set up. He doesn't need to worry about playing that right now. He can use Rapid Blaster, start taking some space. Just making sure that he is set up. Winning the clash.
A good clash there and getting that special block.
Mm-hmm. Taking
Putting
a
a
very
312
nice.
at this point, though, is less than ideal.
It isn't the most ideal, I agree, but he does have a very good position. Drawing that jelly, I believe I can never remember which jelly is which. Gel LaFleur, Gelonzo, Gelfonzo.
Yeah, it's weird.
I believe it's Gel LaFleur, which is able to be played where the big man is, and will be able to combo with it, activating the special points. Yeah, Gel LaFleur,
Oh
I
my
am
goodness.
correct. Activating 2 special points for Ljovynn. And maybe, just maybe, that crab tank he drew could be used to special attack early. The special point of Shiver
I'm grabbing
would allow
two
for it.
special here.
Oh, and he draws the
Going
end
for a
parried
312 already.
combo. He has so many options. Main Street is his oyster. He is able to do whatever he wants here. Trying to figure out a place for Crab Tank to be played. That would interrupt a majority of the space and has, while allowing him to play on the right side as well. I don't think N has a set in stone combo here. The heavy splatling opening is not ideal.
And needs to play some of the best table turf of his life here. Getting 2 more special.
Unfortunately, he's 34 points down. Ljovynn is going to play small fry just to interrupt, not really trying to accomplish anything other than just pure disruption on inside of the map. He's not able to gain any special points with it, so might as well just throw it out there and use it to interrupt N. Despite the time Ljovynn took to make that move, N also takes quite a bit of time.
That's a
Defeating
pretty
that
good
section.
spot for Octa Stamp, though.
Ljovynn does have a play with N parry at the bottom of his base, although not the card he's likely looking for. Would be a
Looking for
GooTuber
power
spot.
clamp spot. If he has a Spatana, that could get some special.
GooTuber could also work, N parry and Sprinkler could work. There's so much he has.
Passing
But-
a card, though. Oh, no mind. Oh, maybe.
We'll see the N
Yes.
parry special attack, giving N
Getting
2 more
some
special
turf
points.
and space.
There it is. Waiting to see what combo card he would get. He's going to be playing Power Clam. Then, the
Oh, I've
GooTuber.
seen it.
Yeah, once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's coming. The GooTuber. Custom GooTuber, giving him 4 special points to use for these final 2
blimey.
turns. And just does not have anything and is struggling to keep up.
At the final stretch, the Ljovynn has got
And
some of the most
Ljovynn has to be
godlike
careful.
RNG. Using special. Oh, I thought he was using special there. I was about to be like, it's just a troll.
No, using Splatana as he doesn't have a 312 remaining, playing the captain with an incredible point lead. The deficit is just too great for N to be able to make up with the mirrored Zipcaster. That will be a 3-2 finale. Congratulations to Ljovynn for winning the Tableturf for Palestinian Kids tournament.
Congratulations.
112 to 85 the final score. Just sheer dominance on this map with that incredible opening hand.